Sorry, I have a throat thing, lozenge in my mouth because I screamed for David at Star Wars Celebration, but I have like no voice right now. Um, he's gonna be in Star Wars. That's cool. But for you, coming into Blindspotting season two and getting to bring Miles from the movie world into the television world as both a creative and an actor, what has kind of been the most exciting part of continuing to go on this journey and going from being pretty much a main character in the movie to Ashley's secondary character for the most part, and it's her story, and she gets to kind of be the focus point versus how it was in the movie Blindspotting.
Yeah, how does that feel for me?
Yeah.
Being demoted?
Now you're just creator inside.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's great. I mean, it's just the right amount that I can handle. The reality
Mhm.
is like I do wear a lot of hats on this show. I have a ton of support, and I have a lot of other people that also have to wear those hats at different times. But I think one of the things that we valued the most about the movie is the character dynamic between Ashley and Miles. And so really Miles's capacity in the show is about being a great scene partner for Ashley, because so
Mhm.
much of her pain as a mother and the what she has to sort of work through as the head of this family, and as a partner, is really about um, the tragedy that is Miles, and not just
Mhm.
the tragedy of him going to prison, but like they've had this sort of crazy adventure of a relationship for 12 some odd years, and they've been wild as hell together, and they finally got to this kind of good place. The movie really is kind of like the last wild thing to have happen, and they'd settled.
Mhm.
It almost felt like they really got out of it. And then comes this thing that for the audience it's never quite clear, like, did Miles do something wrong? What happened? And so
Mhm.
he really has to be this symbolic force of the sadness of her life and the challenge of her life, almost purely circumstantially, and how she's going to deal with it. And so that's my capacity, is to be both the love of her life and the hardest thing going on. And that's a
Yeah.
fun challenge as an actor to play, because it is both a real person and also the idea of someone, which has been fascinating to try to embody.
Yeah, and I do love kind of when you're comparing the movie to the show, how much the movie is just hard to sit with. And like a lot of the time you're like, holy shit, like I can't believe I'm watching this versus like there are genuinely hilarious moments in this show. Like in season two when Ashley is just at her most chaotic, flipping out at Sean's birthday party. I was like, oh, this girl's gonna break, but she's doing it in a way that's hilarious and relatable.
Yeah, yeah,
She's at that point.
yeah.
Um, when on the creative side of things, when you're approaching a show and like obviously there are harder moments and there are lighter moments in the show versus like where the movie is genuinely like it hits in a different way. Where do you kind of find like the marriage between both worlds and making it so that we as the audience are like, yeah, this is the Blindspotting we know and love. This is the story that we just keep coming back to because we want to see where it ends up.
Yeah, I wish I had some fantastic recipe that I could write out. I think you feel it out. You go, all right, we've done 5 funny scenes in a row. Let's it's that thing where, like, it's like when you experience a death. Everyone we're having a great time. You're out, you're
Mhm.
partying, you forgot about it, and then you like pick up a cup a weird way, and it all comes
Mhm.
flooding back, and you're like, oh, not only does it hurt, but you feel guilty that you forgot about it. And I think so much of the show is
Mhm.
about the guilt of trying to have a good time and get on with your life. And so the show is about, it's fucking funny. Like, Trisha's life is hilarious. She's pure chaos and pure entertainment, but she's also, a ticking time bomb for Ashley. And so I think the fun is like, I want people dying laughing about something ridiculous happening, and then
Mhm.
remembering that a lot of laughter comes from pain, but like just right at the end. A lot of the episodes, like, they turn the corner in the last 30 seconds. The last 30 seconds, like, don't forget. you know
Don't forget this hurts.
don't forget, this stings a little. um and that kind of is the world of Blindspotting, right? Is like
Mhm.
it's incredible humor amidst adversity, and that that is why the show exists. If it was just about Ashley just going about her life in Oakland with her family, it wouldn't be a show. The show is about this
Mhm.
particular moment in her life where there's a massive challenge, and it's about how she deals with it, and about how she finds joy in it. I think it's a really joyful show. Like I think
Yeah.
even if she's like kind of crashing this season, there's a lot of joy around her and everyone trying to lift her up and like, make her survive the challenge.
Yeah, I'm so excited it's back for season two. I loved season one. I loved season two as well. And so can't wait to see everyone's reactions to it when the show comes out. Thank you for
Thanks
talking
so
with me
much.
today. I really
Thanks for
appreciate it.
checking it out. I appreciate it.